Justin Bieber's silence only lasted so long. For weeks, he ignored every online whisper about Selena Gomez until one small tap changed everything. Late one night, fans noticed he'd hit the like button on one of Selena's bright, carefree photos. Moments later, more likes surfaced, all on pictures where she glowed with post-engagement happiness. Screenshots spread like wildfire, and gossip pages framed it as Justin scrolling through his ex's timeline, double-tapping every reminder that she'd moved on. The timing stung. Selena had just shared her engagement in December 2024, and insiders whispered that Justin was struggling to watch someone he once loved build a future without him. Just when the comment sections reached a boil, Justin poured gasoline on the fire. He posted a meme of Gollum from The Lord of the Rings staring obsessively at a ring, captioned, "Girls on social media when they get engaged." To many, it felt like a cheap shot at Selena, proof he couldn't handle seeing her happy. Then, he dropped a smiling selfie with Hailey, soundtrack to Lizzie McAlpine's All My Ghosts, a song about being haunted by past love. Instead of reassuring fans that he had moved on, it made them wonder if he was playing memories of Selena in his head while posing next to his wife. Within hours, social media turned savage. Justin Bieber is spiraling over Selena's engagement. One tweet read, "Another mocked, watching him fall apart online is wild." Reddit threads grew teeth, claiming he only liked those posts to remind Selena and maybe himself that the chapter wasn't closed. They said it wasn't about still wanting her. It was about hating that she looked happier without him. And somewhere in that digital storm sat Hailey, watching the internet speculate on whether her marriage was steady or shaking apart, all because of a few taps on an ex-fiance's photos. As Justin's likes piled up, so did the speculation. And it wasn't just fans who noticed. Hailey almost certainly did too. Sneaking a glance at an ex's profile is one thing. Doing it publicly, repeatedly, and right after their engagement? That's a different story. Reddit lit up with threads pointing out Justin's history, how his behavior always seemed to shift whenever Selena was in the spotlight with someone new. From Zayn Malik to Charlie Puth, fans noted a pattern: Justin acting out, posting cryptic captions, or suddenly becoming nostalgic online. Many users didn't hold back. Some accused Justin of being a narcissist who couldn't stand seeing Selena truly happy with someone else. Others said he had never really moved on. A few took harsher stances, calling Hailey a backup plan, a rebounding married after Selena rejected him for good. He proposed to Hailey just a year after Selena turned him down, one Redditor wrote. It screams backup plan energy. It was a brutal narrative, one where Hailey wasn't seen as the love of Justin's life, but rather the consolation prize he clung to when the door to his past love slammed shut. Looking at the timeline didn't help their case. Selena and Justin's final breakup was in March 2018. By July, he had proposed to Hailey. By September, they were married. The speed of it all had fans comparing it to making a major life decision faster than choosing a Netflix movie. Some even said Hailey had been waiting in the wings, ready to step in the moment Selena was gone. Whether that's true or not, the internet believed it. Once those beliefs take hold, they're hard to shake. Then came the deeper dives, the kind of internet sleuthing that turned suspicion into viral narrative. Fans unearthed old interviews and social media posts examining Justin's own words. In multiple interviews, he referred to Selena as his first real love. In one, he even admitted he wasn't sure if he had completely moved on. That's not something anyone in a committed relationship wants to hear, especially not from their husband. At one point, when asked how he'd feel if Selena started dating someone new, Justin visibly tensed. In another clip, he described his time with her as the best part of his youth. That kind of nostalgia, years into a marriage, was more than enough to shake public confidence in his relationship with Hailey. And Hailey wasn't immune to scrutiny either. The internet started lining up visual receipts. One of the most infamous examples was the tattoo comparison. In June 2015, Selena showed off a delicate G tattoo behind her ear, a tribute to her little sister, Gracie. Less than 2 weeks later, Hailey appeared with a nearly identical tattoo in the exact same spot. She said hers was for a pastor's daughter named Georgia, but the timing had fans raising eyebrows. Then came the talk show vibes. Hailey's new cooking series, What's in My Kitchen, drew immediate comparisons to Selena's Selena plus Chef. Same soft lighting, same casual kitchen energy, even the inclusion of beloved grandmothers on screen. It didn't help that Hailey had previously said Selena was her favorite celebrity and called her beyond flawless. What started as admiration now looked at least to some like imitation. That's when things escalated from awkward to surreal. Fans uncovered claims from Dana, a longtime Justin superfan, who said Hailey had messaged her years ago asking for Justin's location, what hotel he was at, where he'd be. According to Dana, Hailey would show up at those places shortly after. She even appeared in fan-made videos reenacting moments from Justin and Selena's early romance. If true, it wasn't just enthusiasm, it was a quiet obsession. Suddenly, the narrative wasn't just about Justin and Selena. It was about a girl who had been watching from the sidelines, slowly stepping into the life she once admired from afar. By the time 2014 rolled around, Hailey's place in Justin's orbit had shifted. No longer just a fan, she became part of the inner circle thanks, in part, to her growing friendship with Kendall and Kylie Jenner. Suddenly, she wasn't asking fans for information, she was in the same rooms, attending the same events, photographed, walking beside him instead of behind him. Rumors swirled that she was staying overnight at his place. The girl once seen in the background of his concert footage was now appearing in the headlines next to him. And yet, even then, Justin's heart seemed to hover somewhere else. In interviews, he kept bringing up Selena, calling her his first real love, talking about how she had shaped him. He spoke about their time together as if it were sacred, a part of his story that no new chapter could quite replace. For Hailey, those comments must have stung. It's hard enough competing with the idea of an ex. It's nearly impossible when that ex is constantly being referred to as the best part of someone's life. One interview even showed Justin visibly uncomfortable when asked about Selena dating someone new. Another time, he said those memories were the happiest part of my youth. And then came the music. In 2019, Selena released Lose You to Love Me, a ballad soaked in grief and release. One lyric in particular hit like a grenade. In 2 months, you replaced us, like it was easy. Fans instantly saw it as a call-out to Justin especially, because 2 months after their final split, he proposed to Hailey. The math lined up too well. And just as the song hit its emotional peak, Hailey posted a screenshot of herself listening to I'll Kill You by Summer Walker. She later denied it was aimed at Selena, but the internet wasn't buying it. The timing was too sharp, too reactive, too on brand for a feud that never quite got called a feud. And just when people thought things might finally settle down, another spark reignited the fire. In early 2023, a clip went viral of Hailey making a disgusted face when Taylor Swift's name came up during an episode of Drop the Mic. Fans didn't waste time connecting the dots. Taylor is Selena's best friend, and the reaction felt personal. Selena herself jumped into comments, calling Taylor one of the best in the game, making it crystal clear where her loyalty stood. For fans, this wasn't just a petty moment, it was another reminder of the long, unspoken tension between Hailey and Selena. Taylor's loyalty has never wavered. In a 2020 Wall Street Journal interview, she said she knew from the first moment she met Selena that she'd always have her back. And when it comes to those who hurt Selena, she's not as quick to forgive. Some fans even think Taylor's song, from her Midnights album was a subtle dig at Justin, maybe even Hailey too. Lyrics like, did you leave her house in the middle of the night? Do you wish you could still touch her? Were interpreted as referencing that messy, emotional triangle. Taylor never confirmed the speculation, but she didn't need to. The internet took it and ran. Meanwhile, the tension only grew heavier in Hailey's world. When Justin began liking Selena's posts again, especially right after her engagement, it wasn't just a random social media action. It felt like a betrayal. It sent a message that hit harder than any caption or tweet. Even after all these years, he was still watching, still connected. And the worst part, it happened in public. Hailey didn't get a quiet moment to process it. She got a storm of online attention. Everyone had an opinion. Everyone had a theory. And Hailey, already under constant pressure, started to crack. People close to the situation said Hailey didn't stay silent. While she avoided calling out Justin publicly, her reaction was loud in every other way. Reports claimed she started unfollowing some of Justin's closest friends, sending a silent but pointed message that something had shifted. Not long after, she posted a vague but stinging quote about self-respect. No names were mentioned, but no one needed them. Fans knew exactly who she was talking about. Behind closed doors, insiders said she confronted Justin directly, laying down a boundary that couldn't be ignored. One source even claimed she told him flat out, "Either respect our marriage or rethink it." Then came the shocking twist. News broke that Hailey was pregnant. What should have been a moment of joy and celebration was instantly overshadowed. Instead of people focusing on her, Selena started trending again. That alone said everything. Even in what should have been Hailey's moment, she was being compared to Selena again. The timing couldn't have been worse. Justin's renewed. Activity on Selena's profile was still fresh in everyone's mind. Suddenly, Hailey's pregnancy announcement didn't feel like a joyful reveal. It felt like damage control to some, or worse, a desperate attempt to shift the narrative. One Reddit comment captured the mood brutally. "Hailey acts unbothered. But if Selena had said yes, none of this would be happening." It echoed an uncomfortable truth many fans have suspected for years, that Justin might have married Hailey not just out of love, but out of loss. A way to prove to the world and maybe himself that he had moved on. But if that were true, then everything Hailey had invested into this relationship, her youth, her image, her loyalty, was built on the foundation of someone else's unresolved past, trying to hold a marriage together under a microscope is already hard, but for Hailey and Justin, every like, every glance, every lyric has been dissected like evidence. In a trial, Hailey's been living under that scrutiny nonstop, and Justin's choices, especially online, have only made the pressure heavier. While he's been double-tapping pictures of a woman he once promised forever to, Hailey has been enduring nonstop comparisons, waves of online hate, and endless questions about her place in Justin's heart. Meanwhile, Selena has stayed quiet, focused, engaged to Benny Blanco, working on her health, showing up for her fans. For someone who's endured lupus, anxiety, public heartbreak, and media wars, she now seems at peace, at least outwardly. And maybe that's what made Justin's recent activity feel even more disruptive. To fans, it didn't feel like harmless. Scrolling, it felt like a man who still hadn't fully let go. A man watching the life he didn't choose unfold from the outside, wondering if he made the right choice. Hailey and Selena once tried to shut down the drama together. In 2022, Hailey even said, "It's all love," and the two posed for a photo together at an event, an attempt to end the narrative. But calm never lasted. In early 2023, a comment about eyebrows led to Eyebrowgate. When fans thought Hailey and Kylie were mocking Selena, TikTok took over. Hashtags like #TeamSelena hit over 1.8 billion views. It stopped being about one photo or one comment, it became a digital war of sides. Fueled by years of unresolved emotion, even when Selena tried to end the chaos publicly, asking fans to stop the bullying after, Hailey reportedly reached out privately, it was too late. The damage had been done. The internet wasn't just invested in the drama, it had become addicted to it. And by March 2025, things spiraled again. A TikTok claiming Hailey liked a shady post about Selena and Benny went viral. Her team denied it, but the fact that a random screenshot required PR-level cleanup shows just how fragile everything still is. At this point, even silence becomes suspect. Every move, every follow, every like is ammunition. People haven't let go because the story never really ends. From Hailey's decade-long presence in Justin's orbit, to the alleged copying of Selena's style, to the father-in-law asking for public prayers, it's all built up to something far messier than a simple love triangle. For many, it now feels like a cautionary tale of fame, of obsession, of unresolved heartbreak dressed up as closure. The internet has turned it into a saga, and in that saga, the lines between truth and entertainment have completely blurred. And maybe that's the saddest part. That behind all the memes and tweets are three real people trying to live their lives in front of a world that won't stop watching. Hailey gave her youth to this relationship. Justin gave his heart to someone he maybe never stopped loving. And Selena, whether she wanted it or not, was pulled into the spotlight again and again. So, what do you think? Has Justin really moved on? Is Hailey standing her ground or standing in someone else's shadow? Is Selena finally free of the triangle, or is she still being dragged into it by someone else's unfinished story? Drop your thoughts in the comments. We want to hear your side. And if you've been following this emotional roller coaster since day one, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and tap the bell so you don't miss what happens next. Because with this trio, the silence always speaks louder than words.